Friday post leg day. Let's see.
All right, bro. I'll catch you at the house. Got Nolan hitting some cardio too as he's getting into his diet a little harder. But beautiful Friday morning, legs feel great. About to get meal number 1 in. And yeah, this week's video was pretty short, but just been really busy with staying up to date with everything I'm up to, especially school. So got 3 tests next week before spring break, so been just trying to get a head start so I can do well and not get stressed, because at this point, procrastinating, pulling all-nighters or anything stupid like that, something I never do in general, but something I absolutely won't do right now. So really quick, I just wanted to touch on one topic. People keep asking me on macros, keep talking about like, oh man, you're so lucky you have a fast metabolism, you can have cheat days. I'm really not gonna get into that, because you guys should know better than that. But my macros for the start of the diet this year, 270 protein, 150 carb, 45 fat, all positioned over specific meals depending on when I'm training. Since I saw my coach after that drastic weight drop, we upped the protein 30 a day and the fats 15, so nothing crazy. But I always get messages on IIFYM and meal timing and all this crap. So basically, I want you guys to think about this one point. Any bodybuilder, any physique athlete using a meal plan and not using IIFYM already has accounted their macros and calories. They're just taking from that baseline step, they're adding in 2 new variables: timing and structure and quality. So 3 variables. They're timing their meals specifically, they're eating certain foods that they prefer, and the quality of their food matters. So I just want you guys to put it in this type of perspective. IIFYM tracks calories. A meal plan uses calories and macros, builds upon that, adds in variables to keep consistent, like quality, timing, and structure. So you tell me what's better or what's more optimal or whatever. I'm not trying to argue, but I just want you guys to think of it that way. A lot of people have this perception that, oh, you're on a meal plan, you're an idiot, you don't know your calories and your macros. No, if you're smart, you know your calories and macros, you're just taking it a step further. Seriously. Alright guys, so just showing you my warm-up here in 10 times speed. This is about half of it. The other half I'll tie the band on a machine or a pull, and I'll pull the band down, engaging my lats from a couple angles. And really quick, just about that IIFYM versus clean eating talk. I'm not bashing IIFYM. I don't think bashing tracking your macronutrient and caloric intake is smart, because I think that's a great and important thing to do if you're trying to cut, maintain, or bulk. But I just really hate how people compare them and try to say one is more sustainable or manageable than the other. It's just a preference, guys. Diet how you want and do as much as you can do, and that's just my advice. So try something and be consistent. That's most important. No, that's not because really the bicep is something you don't have to use a lot of weight to sustain. You don't. That's the beauty of it. And the thing is, I've learned is I've gotten like tendinitis and problems with the elbows, which would prohibit me from doing like a routine like yours. I want to be fit and agile and be able to hit the floor and do as many things as I can. Yes. So I mean, in your case, like you can see your cardiovascular helps you do a bodybuilding workout, whereas people that just do bodybuilding all the time, they can't do it more.
And I say that, I like to tell people, they think that because they're not lifting, they go into the gym, they won't be effective. And I'm like, you want to go first? I'm just testing you to make sure you got it. You know how it works.
Alright guys, so we got some good sets on flat dumbbell. Pretty heavy, very controlled. A lot different than I normally do it. Doing the same thing here on dips. I did one set that was about 50 seconds. I'm trying to make this set a minute. Time under tension, slow negatives, loading the muscle. A minute, let's shoot for it. That's all we got. Good shit. Anyways, so I know that was a lot of pressing, but I wanted to show you guys, now that there was no music to be copywritten over, I put my own music in anyways, but that gave me the idea. So as you saw, today was all about, I don't want to say time under tension, even though that's the result of the style of training. But today was all about slow negatives and controlling the weight with the muscle on the way down. So choosing heavy weights that I use to press for more repetitions, and instead of pressing them for more reps or trying to match high rep sets, I tried to use my energy to do slow negatives and really engage the muscle in the eccentric portion. And it felt damn good. The 90s and the 95s felt intense. Doing dips like that and doing the hammer strength here and the cables you see after felt great. So strength and hypertrophy can be achieved many different ways, guys. If you guys are training intensely and to failure, you're probably covering 95% of what you can do. Just don't overdo it and train muscle for 3 hours, because that's not gonna help you. It's only gonna make it so hard to recover that it might actually slow down your gains. But again, there's nothing magic about building muscle. You get in there and you train, hit some sets to failure, use a high intense weight, 70-80% of your 1 rep max, and do some brutal sets. And that's what I did today using a controlled negative approach. And it felt good, guys. We are 2 weeks out. This was Friday morning, and I'm doing this voiceover Friday night. I'm gonna bring you guys back in the next section, and 2 weeks out. So probably my last heavy dumbbell sesh. Everything after this will be pre-exhausted stuff where I'm just trying to flex. And since I haven't done that in a few weeks or a couple weeks, I know it's gonna get me sore and be super efficient and effective. So I'm excited for those workouts too. I'm happy to get the heavy pressing out of the way. So we'll see what happens. But after I finished chest, I did 3 sets of dips, which if you saw in 3 times speed took forever. And same thing here, I supersetted overhead rope extension with one arm, did the other arm, and then I went into press down, so sort of a superset. 3 sets on the push down, or 3 sets on the dips, 3 sets here. And again, some slow ass negatives. We're in 3 times speed. It looks ridiculous, but I feel really good. Triceps and chest feel nice and pumped and sore. Catch you guys soon. Peace. All right, guys, let's see what we're up to from last week. It is 8 a.m. Saturday. Let's take the weight. So a little bit of progress from last week. That's a nice low weigh-in. As you guys know, last week on Saturday I sucked down to 195.4, and on Sunday it was 193, I think. So cutting back the cardio, adding in a little more protein and fat seemed to have, and the refeed day seemed to have done the trick. So still right on the money. Cardio, review session on campus, gym. Then we got tons of studying to do, so let's get started. Let's go. Chest is sore from yesterday. Yeah. Alright guys, warmed up a few sets of lat pull downs. First time doing pull-ups all year, I think, so let's see how this feels. Hit it. One more set, just like that, and then I'm gonna run you guys through what I'm gonna do this workout when we do 1 or 2 down sets on lat pull down, because honestly, this hurts more everywhere. The lat pull down gets me more right where I want it, so I'll see you guys there. We'll do one more in a couple minutes. Guys, so what we got for the workout more or less, I was thinking 2 to 4 sets of heavy pull downs, 3 sets of barbell row, 3 sets of shrugs, and 2 supersetted back seated rows of back extensions. So we did 2 pull-ups, and I'm gonna do 1 all out, balls out set of pull downs with a drop. Then we'll row shrug and hit those back extensions. Trying to do 9 or 10 sets for back, 4 or 5 sets for buys. So feeling really depleted on Saturday. My weight was pretty low, good but low. And yeah, trying to train for strength and kind of get in and out, because energy is shit. Do it. Third final set. Alright guys, all I need today is 2 plates. I'm trying to get a feeling almost like I'm doing calf raises. It's gonna stretch as far down as possible and pull it and squeeze it up as high as possible, something I don't normally do. To that extent, we're gonna do it right now. Drop the plate and then do behind the neck, behind the back shrugs, which isn't really fun, but fuck it. Bring the pain. Post-workout, getting a meal in. Arnold Sports Classic prejudging. So ready. So ready to watch this shit. Let's go Kai, let's go Juan Diesel, let's go Cody. Excited.